him, he can always just pull out his pistol and put some additional shots down, so you can always have that double team available. But Lifestyle, I feel like, really wasn't getting that same support from the rest of his squad. You do not want to be charged by a guy top tower while you're in bunker and have no help.
Maybe not same support, but also just bad position on his own too, where obviously he could have possibly been like in bunker and not put himself at that height disadvantage near engine 1 or near like back bunker stairs. It felt like he dropped a bit prematurely, and I'm not sure how he got in that bomb center position early on during the first time we saw him die with sniper. But in short, Most Wanted controlled the sniper better, even despite those mistakes.
All right, now we are going into a game number 3 here. Plaza and Strongholds, and we've got the series all tied up here now, 1-1, as it looks like Most Wanted is immediately pushing out. Lifestyle by himself, though, charging bottom center. So he's going to get into a battle here with the players on dip, as a great job by Nemesis dropping off of top gold to assist there, and that's going to be the first hill. You do have them also focusing here now on Nest, so no one actually pushed over towards Yard or committed any time to that. So they're quickly grabbing the first 2 strongholds, and they're going to get an opportunity here to contest these players in Yard. 2 of them are in there. I would like Lifestyle to back down here. You do not want to give up to Nest. You have the control. You need to be helping your teammates out.
Yeah, great job by Most Wanted, just getting so many kills across the map. I was a bit hesitant, and I thought it was quite a mistake that Lifestyle was just jumping into the pit right away, because I felt like he was giving too much height advantage, giving too many other players an opportunity just to easily clear him out of bottom center, but obviously worked out. Looks like he created a great opportunity for his teammates to get that kill and pick, get control of Nest, and right now, 12-0 lead for Most Wanted over Panda Gaming.
And he has not even left this spot here yet. I'm starting to think Gary's a little bit of a bottom feeder.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a bottom lurker, man.
Oh, and he is eventually going to be taken out, but they still got the lead. Nobody capturing any of these hills yet, so they could just sit back and relax here for now. I'd like to see if he had grabbed this splinter nade. Did he grab it?
I don't know, but all I know is I would think Destroyed kind of messed up right there. I think he did not mean to thrust off that area. I thought he was going to go for that yellow ledge
charge
and try to have a. I thought he was going to have like a height advantage over on Yard, but looks like Most Wanted was trying to go for that trip cap early on, and right now they seem pretty content with their current setup. So maybe they go for Yard once Panda Gaming pushes out of like Cafe and out of Yard, but maybe until then they just kind of hold their setup.
Yeah, now they've got an opportunity to push out as the player top gold is taken down. They are pushing immediately towards Nest. I do like this, but they looks like they have someone bottom mid. It's really risky to go for both at the same time, because just like that, bottom mid dies. There's going to be a reset. Now they will secure Nest, though, so great job there. But you don't want these 1v1s that we're starting to see here. And then, of course, Goopy, nice job there, going ahead and cleaning up that kill. Plasma Pistol, we've seen just how effective this weapon can be, naded especially, or any team naded's on, as a team that always is grabbing the Plasma Pistol here. Now he does. Wow, he did hit that shot. Did he hit that shot?
Must have hit the combo. I mean, I did not, I'm not entirely certain that that person was 0 shield.
I didn't see the hit markers, yeah. But either way, great job by him taking out that kill, and they're going to recapture this pit. Now they do have, as T-Squared would always say, the poor man set up here right now, Yard and bottom mid, but they're going over and focusing now on Nest. All the players are going to be spawning over either towards Hotel or the Flowers Cafe area of blue. So they do know where they're going to be coming from. 2 players already here now in that Nest, and a great job. A double team on the player S4 here from Most Wanted. And now that's Panda Gaming controlling the Nest location. And with 3 members dead now for Most Wanted, they're going to be able to focus on Pit.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're Most Wanted, what is your plan in this case? Obviously, we talk about these difficult setups where you have either Nest or bottom center along with Yard. And it doesn't feel like you can hold that for extended periods of time, but it looks like Panda Gaming seems to be focusing Yard a decent amount. Maybe they realize that they can draw members of Most Wanted back. Maybe they just use that as a slight distraction so they can control of Nest or bottom center, but it seems to be working for them because they got trip cap at the moment, closing that gap from the 23 to 43 deficit.
So what I don't like here is there were players in Cafe and players in Loop pushing over to fight these players in Yard when they didn't even have Nest control yet. So kind of, I'd like to see them just push over to Nest, give up Yard. You don't really want to overcommit anything to controlling Yard. You just want Yard to be that really big distraction hill and, you know, force a member over there. If you do put all 4 members down and can grab a triple cap, it just, the other team has to commit so much to it.
Gotcha. So you're saying go for Yard when it's only the triple cap situation. Other than that, keep your 2 good strongholds. Keep Nest and bomb center. They're really tough to take when you have control of the middle of the map.
Oh, absolutely. And then, you know, if the other team is putting a triple cap on you, the last hill you want to go and actually contest is Yard. You want to go and contest the nest. Because not only that, if you do get the kills in yard, your teammates are going to come up spawn over by loop in yard, and then all of a sudden it's the same battle trying to break out of that setup to get one of those other two strongholds.
Yeah, bad cycle of spawn, bad positioning in general, and like you said, it's if you send numbers towards yard, you should almost always be able to take it. So it should be your first stop when you want to stop the bleeding or when you're trying to regroup off the spawn. But as you said before, bottom center and nest if you have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, Captain Hindsight, if you push everyone to yard and you don't capture it, you obviously did something wrong.
Well, looks like Gabriel sniffing that out. That was a great job going towards Flowers over there and just noticing that something did not seem right. Notice that there's a player there fighting all the way across and realized it was not going to probably just get over to Cafe single-handedly, and great double kill from Gabriel. And we're going straight back to Cafe again.
We're tied now, too, on top of that. And Gabriel's doing a great job pushing these players back here in yard. This is exactly what you're going to be wanting to do. Keep as much shield as possible, just buy as much time as possible as that they are finally taking the lead.
So this is kind of that perfect play that you're talking about where Gabriel's putting a lot of pressure towards yard, doing good damage, but however, he's instantly rotating back towards Nest, towards bomb center, and look at that, Goofy and Gabriel putting damage towards Nest, getting that reset, and even his third teammate Ryan Newell. I want to see what Gabriel does off the street spawn. And instead of going to the vulnerable yard, once again, going towards the side of the map, see if he can stop Nest. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's going to try to transition, get bottom center, gets the reset. No, he does not. We'll jump on with Bomex from Most Wanted and see if he's actually able to capture bomb center. Eventually reset by Ryan Noob.
Yeah, Ryan Noob picked up those perfect shots there on him, and now grabs a kill on the player in Nest. This is going to be a good opportunity to re-grab some control. Great grenades coming in here on Lifestyle. You do have two members of Most Wanted, though, starting to commit to this Nest battle. Ryan Noob picks up one on Bohm. But look, two members of Most Wanted pushing over there. It looks like they went for yard. Again, why would you go for yard there? That is not what you want to do. You had Pit, you had contesting, you were contesting the Nest with Ryan Noob, and one of your teammates went towards yard, and now map control still over in favor of Most Wanted. Like, you cannot be doing that.
It seems like a greedy play because obviously when it works well, where you get control of, you get total control. You get control of all three strongholds. However, when it does not work, in worst case scenario, you lose two strongholds, you lose the center of the map, and everything's going against you.
Yeah, sometimes you would need to push to yard and stop the bleeding, but they didn't need to push to yard and stop the bleeding. They had a good setup. They had Pit control. If you have Pit, the last thing you want to do is commit people into yard to try and secure that, because they are completely taken out of the battle. Anybody securing Nest can immediately help Pit afterwards. The only time you're going to be, the only time you're going to be able to help out yard or bottom mid from yard is when you jump up to top gold, and then that's, of course, a very vulnerable position.
Nemesis doing great defense right now. Looks like he's focused on Pit and Nest, eventually taken down by the truck. We'll jump onto this teammate Lifestyle, who's in the dip, and going to try to help get Nest and play some great damage, but runs into three different members. There's Goofy with the assault rifle, taking him out. That is three members down for Most Wanted at the moment. Let's see what Nemesis and crew do off the respawn. Looks like they already have control of yard. We will jump onto this teammate Lifestyle for a second and see what he's going to do, because they obviously have yard. I want to see what kill they prioritize. Do they go for bomb center and just dive in? That's exactly what they do. They have two members in bomb center. If a member of Panda Gaming doesn't get in here instantly, that is it going over towards Most Wanted. It felt like with little resistance.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to do what they kind of could going over there. I'd like to see them going S4 more and trying to contest. Still, two members now of Most Wanted are dropping. Yard still over in control. Bottom mid back over in favor of Panda Gaming now at this point. Still really close game, but having 92 seconds from Most Wanted already in this game, that's if they capture one stronghold, you need to immediately recapture that, or the game's going to be over off another spawn cycle.
Yeah, it just seems like some bad positioning when they actually have kind of control of the map in certain situations. So I'm not certain about where they should be positioned better. I think one surprise to me this entire match is I have yet to see many players on that yellow ledge above yard. And that seems to be one of the biggest power positions on the map, where anytime your team has center of the map, you can either collapse it on yard and do some sort of counter cap, or you have that height advantage coming from Cafe or Light Rifle or Loop. It just seems like such a strong position that is underutilized in this matchup right now.
Yeah, I mean, on Plaza, you should be touching top gold 3 to 4 times a game, and that's like everyone on your team. Now, it doesn't mean go up there and sit up there the whole time, but jump up there, put some shots out, be a distraction, make them call you out, and have other people looking in that location. Now, Triple Cap came out here now for Most Wanted as they're able to come out and, and secure that last capture. 186 victory though, and Panda Gaming, like, they're doing a lot of really good things, but that one play, I think, it lost them the game. They would hold setups for a good chunk of time, but they were sacrificing too much, and Ryanoob doing an amazing job preventing bottom mid from going, and then working on Nest in a 2v1 when someone literally screwed him over, for lack of a better word, by going for yard.
Yeah, that's tough to see. Obviously, there's a miscommunication in what their overall strategy should be as far as whether they're going for trip caps or whether they're content with holding the 2 stronger strongholds. I mean, it's tough to argue because, sure, Halo's a game about getting a fine line of greed. You want to go for the trip caps when you have the potential. You want to get as much of an advantage as possible, but it doesn't seem like it's a good coin toss when you can pretty much get a guaranteed 2 strongholds rather than like tossing the coin and saying, all right, if this goes well, we get trip cap. Otherwise, the other team gets a trip cap.
Yeah, the only time, just to
not
rehash it out one time, is you go for yard when going for nest would be a suicide. And it's not a suicide when you've got a teammate capturing it. So that is just such a big mistake. You put so much responsibility on Ryanoob's shoulders there at that point when you could immediately sprint over to Nest and help him double cap it, send a player S4, send one then over back to yard. But yard is not the hill you want to put a player in when you have the rest of your teammates fighting to contest either basement or Nest, either one of them.
Gotcha. So, yeah, yard is definitely the stronghold where you get when you're going greedy and getting the trip cap, when you have so much control of the map and you have so many members down. Or it's when you're on the respawn. It's when you're trying to recoup. It's like, all right, they got trip cap or we don't have much match presence. Let's get yard, stop the bleeding, and make a good push together towards bomb
one
center
of 2
or
ways.
Nest.
Yeah, one of 2 ways. Either stop the bleeding or bring the pain. One of the 2.
Either way, there's going to be bleeding.
Yes, exactly. All right, now some of those strongholds, like you saw 9 strongholds captured out of Destroyed, so amazing. And you had another player dropping 20 kills that game. So some heavily outslaying, and really, I think that was more of Panda throwing the game than it was of Most Wanted, like clutching it up. Goofyson at 20 kills, Nemesis at 20 kills. Lots of assists coming out of the hands of Panda Gaming, but
that's surprising because when I look at Panda Gaming, I think their squad generally has a high risk versus reward factor. I think that's one of the overlooked skills in Halo. It's something that kind of transitions to like every sport, every competitive activity, especially something like poker where it's like, all right, risk versus reward. What's the best case scenario if this play works out?
Right.
And what's the worst case scenario? And there were many situations there, like we can break it down and subjectively say that obviously this was the better play, like safer play to make, like going for the nest. And those are game changers. I mean, anytime you have center control of the map on this game type, even without having a trip cap, you can rack up 20, 30 seconds. And we saw Panda only lose by 14 points in that game. That could have been the difference.
Yeah, I mean, good teams set up and get minimum 20, 30 seconds of time on some of the strongholds. So, like, even though it's 186, like, that's one stronghold rotation there. So there's 2 things. Like, if you're watching the HGS, you heard an interview with Kratos where he talked about, hey, Nick the 6, we're a team that likes high risk, high reward plays. And that's what they go for. Now, also in Halo, because it's so situational, sometimes no matter what you do, it can work out as long as everyone's on the same page doing it together. And that's not what happened, even in Panda Gaming's case there.
Yeah, they weren't on the same page, so if they were going to execute a play like that, as you said, they need to be doing it together.
Yeah, Ryan either needed to be hiding bottom lift and waiting, or the other player needed to be going with him to nest. But either way, they did not work out together.
Absolutely. We are on with Bomax, who is top center here. This is Fathom CTF. The series is currently 2-1 in favor of Most Wanted. We're going to see if Bomax and this Most Wanted squad will close out this series 3-1, or if we're going to get to a Game 5. I personally want to see a Game 5.
I would like to see a Game 5 here, too. And these teams are really evenly matched. You can see just how much potential the teams have to improve as well after some of these mistakes that we've been highlighting here. 1 minute through the game so far. Lifestyle had a railgun, but he's going to be taken out. That means the railgun is down either top or bottom center. I can't tell if it actually fell. fell off of top center when he was previously there. 3 members now being taken out. We might be seeing a flag pull here. That is coming out of Nemesis as he's moving that flag elbow. Too many players, though, of Panda Gaming.
Yeah, I felt like we saw too many players of Most Wanted die in that situation, but I think it's a pretty instantaneous reaction that if you get a kill near the opponent's flag, you almost always pull it. Almost no matter what the circumstance. I think that might have been one of the few circumstances where this can happen, but at the same time, I mean, I don't think that was a massive